Hi again, friends. I have an awesome story for you for the month of May. This is a Buddhist story. So it is a folk tale, one of those stories that has been handed down for years and years and generations. And this is an explanation story, a reason why something has happened. So I want to share this beautiful story with you. It is called The Hare in the Moon. And a whole bunch of you probably have already heard that there is the shape of a rabbit in the moon. If you look very, very carefully in the surface of the moon at night, when the moon is full, you will see that there is a little shape of a rabbit. So this is an explanation from Buddhist people of why that happened. So excited to share with you the hare in the moon. Long ago there was a wise and gentle hare who lived in the wood at the foot of a mountain. Hare was kind and thoughtful. He always cared for everyone, even the tiniest beetle in the wood. The other animals loved to gather around to listen to his stories and learn his wise ways, especially his friends, the monkey, the jackal, and the otter. One night, as the four friends sat under the starry sky, Hare looked up and smiled. "We have learned how to live happily together, but think how much more wonderful it would be if we could bring happiness to others." "How can we do that?" asked Monkey. Hare thought for a moment. "We should care for whoever comes into our wood by giving them what they need," he suggested. "That's a good plan," said Jackal, and the others agreed. The next day, a poor man dressed in rags came to the wood. He was so thin that he was little more than skin and bone. Over his shoulder, he carried a sack. The man came to the riverbank where Otter lived and asked for food. Otter swam off and returned with a fish and gave it to the man, who put it in his sack. Farther down the track, the man met Jackal and once more asked for food. Jackal tramped off to a village nearby and returned with a pot of milk curd. He gave it to the man, who put it in his sack. Then Monkey scampered along. As before, the man asked for food, so Monkey climbed up a tree and picked a bunch of sweet mangoes. Into the sack they went. Now Hare saw the hungry-looking man and thought, "Here is a chance to care for someone's needs. I shall find food for him to eat." Hare bounded off in search of something delicious, but all he could collect was grass. "Even a hungry man won't eat grass," he thought sadly. "If only I could bring beans and rice." Then, as he thought about the things a man would eat, he suddenly realized there was something he could offer. Hare returned to the man, who was gathering sticks to make a fire, and watched as he unwrapped his bundle and pulled out a cooking pot, which he hung from a pole over the flames. Before long, the pot was bubbling, and the smell of fish cooking brought other animals close. Hare stepped forward. "I see you are hungry and need food," he said, "but I have no beans or rice to give you. Instead, I offer myself, for I know that a man will eat a hare from the pot." And with these words, he shook his fur to make sure there were no insects in his coat, then sprung forward into the cooking pot. At once the pot and the fire disappeared. To Hare's surprise, he landed not in the boiling water, but in the arms of the man. The other animals watched in astonishment. "Gentle Hare," said the man, setting him down in the grass, "I am not a hungry stranger. I am the Lord above the mountain. I heard about your generosity and came to see if what I heard was true." "It is true," said Hare's friends. "Hare is the kindest creature in the wood." Then the rags fell away, and the Lord above the mountain began to grow. He grew and grew before their eyes until he was big enough to put his arms around the mountain and squeeze it, so that the water in the rocks flowed out. Then he dipped his finger into the rock water, reached up into the sky, and drew the figure of the hare on the surface of the moon. Now the world will remember the hare who wanted to bring happiness to others, said the Lord above the mountain. And if you look up at the moon on a dark night, you may see the hare for yourself. That's a beautiful story, isn't it? Of an animal who only wanted to be kind and bring happiness to others, and who shared that idea and that purpose with his friends. And his friends also wanted to help whoever came into the wood. What an awesome idea. We see people all the time that could use our help. And isn't it something kind for us to do as a community at TNA, or a part of our community in our town, or just really even part of our household, right? The community of our household, to just do things out of kindness for others. And I know that you do. You are my friends, and I know that you all help and do things out of just the goodness of your heart. And I would like to encourage you to do that, and to serve like the hare, and be kind to those that are around you, even if you don't know them, like the stranger who just walked into the wood. And the hare and the monkey and the otter and the jackal all helped that stranger, even the hare to the point of sacrificing himself. Now, I don't want you to do that. Please don't jump into anybody's pot. Please don't do that. But make sure that you are kind to others, especially as we are so close to each other. Our world is much smaller right now around us. Let's be kind to those who are around us. Wouldn't that be helpful to everybody, just to put everybody in such a good mood? And I encourage you to share those moments of kindness with me, so that I know what's going on. Or maybe your parents would share those kindnesses with me, the things that you're doing at home. Discuss this story. Discuss the things that you can do for people in your world, strangers or not, just to be kind and to spread happiness. It's a beautiful story to share here in the middle of May. It is actually a story from my book, A Year Full of Stories, and it is specifically a May story. So I hope that you will enjoy it and share it with your family and discuss. And maybe this weekend, there's supposed to be a lot of clouds, but maybe when it's a little clearer, you can go outside and look after dark at the moon and see if you can look at the shape of the hare. I know that you will be really excited about it. I certainly am when I do it. I plan to do that as soon as it's nice and clear. All right, we'll see you soon, friends.